Solving logarithmic equations. From logarithmic form to exponential form. b to the power of p is equals to n. And from exponential form to logarithmic form. Log b of n is equals to p, where b is the base, p is the power, and n is the number. For example, log base 3 of 81 is equals to x. Change it to exponential form, so we have 3 raised to the power of x is equals to 81. We have here the equation. We can rewrite 81 as 3 to the 4th because 3 to the 4th is equals to 81. Like bases na siya, we can now equate the exponent x is equals to 4, which is the final answer. So log base 3 of 81 is equals to 4. Log base 3 of the quantity of 2x plus 1 is equals to 2. Change it to exponential form. So we have 3 to the power of 2 is equals to the quantity of 2x plus 1. We have here the equation. We can now solve for the x. So 3 squared is equals to 9. We write 2x plus 1. Then subtract 1 to both sides of the equation. So we have 8 is equals to 2x. And then divide 2 to both sides of the equation. And the value of x is equals to 4. Log base 5 of the quantity x minus 10 is equals to 2. Change it to exponential form, so we have 5 to the power of 2 is equals to the quantity of x minus 10. So we have here the equation. We can now solve for the value of x. So 5 squared is 25. We write x minus 10. Then add 10 to both sides of the equations. So we have the value of x is equals to 35. Log with no base means it is in the base 10. So log base 10 of 2x is equals to 1.5. Change it to exponential form, so we have 10 raised to the power of 1.5 is equals to 2x. So here now the equation. We can now solve for the value of x. 10 raised to 1.5 is equals to 31.62. Then divide 2 to both sides of the equation. So we have the value of x is equals to 15.81. Log with no base means it is in the base 10. So log base 10 of the quantity of 3x plus 1 is equals to 2. Change it to exponential form. 10 raised to 2 power is equals to the quantity of 3x plus 1. So we have here the equation. We can now solve for x. So 10 squared is equals to 100. We write 3x plus 1. Then subtract 1 to both sides of the equation. So we have 99 is equals to 3x. Then divide 3 to both sides of the equation. So the value of x is equals to 33. Basic properties of logarithmic functions. Log base a of 1 is equals to 0. So, pag ganitong format, ang laging answer ay 0. So, here are examples. Log base A of A is equals to 1. So, pag ganito namang format, ang laging answer ay 1. So, here are the examples. Log base A of A raised to X is equals to X. So, pag ganitong format, ang answer ay yung X. Example, log base 3 of 27 is equals to X. Rewrite 7 as 3 cubed. So, log base 3 of 3 raised to 3, the answer is 3. Another example, log base 9 of 81 is equals to X. Rewrite 81 as 9 squared. So, log base 9 of 9 squared is equals to 2. If log base A of X is equals to log base A of Y, then X is equals to Y. So, they have the same base. And this is 1-to-1 property. For example, log base 2 of 2x is equals to log base 2 of 50. So, nasa same base sila, and this is 1-to-1 property. So, ang may iwan na lang ay 2x is equals to 50. Divide 2 to both sides of the equation. So, we have x is equals to 25. Logarithmic properties. So, in this problem, ang gagamitin nating property ay product rule. Dahil meron siyang sum of two logs. The product rule says the product of the log is the sum of the logs. So, i-multiply natin yung 3 and x. Gagawin natin siyang single log, so it becomes log base 7 of 3 times x is equals to log base 7 of 32. So, by visual inspection, ito ay 1-to-1 property. So, gagamitin natin ang equality rule. It says that if log base A of x is equals to log base A of y, then x is equals to y. So, matitira na lang dito ay 3x equals to 32. Divide 3 to both sides. So, the value of x is 10.67. Sa problem na ito, dalawang property ang pwedeng gamitin. Una, power rule. Dahil dito, power rule says that log base A of x raised to p is equals to p log base A of x. So, ito siya. Tataas natin yung 2. So, it becomes log base 4x squared. And then, makikita natin may difference siya of 2 logs. Gagamitin naman natin ang quotient rule. Quotient rule says the quotient of a log is the difference of the logs. Ayan. May difference of 2 logs siya. So, i-divide natin ang x squared and x minus 1. So, gagawin natin siyang single log. It becomes log base 4 of the quantity of x squared divided by x minus 1 is equals to 1. We can now change it into exponential form. Formula is base to the power of p is equal to n. So, 4 raised to 1 is equals to the quantity of x squared divided by x minus 1. Here now the equation. So, itaas natin yung x minus 1. I-multiply natin sa 4 raised to 1. So, we have 4 times the quantity of x minus 1 is equals to x squared. So, multiply natin to. Distribute natin yung 4 to each term inside the parentheses. 4 times x is equals to 4x. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Then, pag samasamahin natin ang mga terms. So, we have x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equals to 0. This is a perfect square trinomial. So, ang factor nito ay the quantity of x minus 2 times the quantity of x minus 2 equals to 0. So, the opposite of negative 2 is positive. So, the value of x is equals to positive 2. In this problem, ang gagamitin nating property ay product rule. Dahil meron siyang sum of two logs. The product rule says the product of the log is the sum of the logs. So, i-multiply natin yung x and quantity of x minus 3. Gagawin natin itong single log. It becomes log base 2 of x times the quantity of x minus 3 equals 2. Then, multiply muna natin tong x to each term inside the parentheses. So, we have x times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. So, we can now change it into exponential form. So, 2 raised to the power of 2 is equals to the quantity x squared minus 3x. So, we have here the equation. So, 2 squared is 4, then equals to x squared minus 3x. Transpose 4 to the right side. So, we have the equation 0 is equals to x squared minus 3x minus 4. So, this is quadratic equation. Factor it out. So, the factors are the quantity of x minus 4 times the quantity of x plus 1. Solving for x, the opposite of negative 4 is 4, and the opposite of positive 1 is negative 1. Negative 1 is not the solution of the original equation. So, this is extraneous solution. So, the only answer in this equation is positive 4. So, pag ganitong problem, so, hindi kayang ma-rewrite into like bases or hindi ma-solve ng exponential function na 1-to-1 property, so we take the logarithm of both sides of the equation. And then we apply the power rule. Kasi may power siya dito. So, itong x, pwede natin ilagay sa front. So we have now x log 3 is equals to log 500. To solve for x, divide both sides of the equation by log 3. So this is yields to 1. And then solve mo sa calculator yung log 500 divided by log 3. So ang value ng x here is x equals to 5.657. The chains of base rule. Convert log base a of x to log base b of x over log base b of a. According to the rule, pwedeng palitan ang base na to in any bases. As always, dapat ang mga bases ay positive and not equal to 1. Convert log base 3 of 500. From base 3, naging base 10 siya dito. No base means base 10. Log 500 over log 3 is equals to 5.657. Dito, base 8 ang ginamit natin. Log base a of 500 over log base a of 3 is equals to 5.657. Same pa rin ang answer. Convert log base 3 of 500 to exponential form. 3 raised to the power of x is equals to 500. Pag ganito ang format niya, pwede rin gamitin ang chains of base rule. So log 500 over log 3 is equals to 5.657. Same pa rin ang answer. 8 raised to x equals to 1,000. Use chains of base rule. Log 1,000 over log 8 equals to 3.322. 2 raised to x equals to 64. Use chains of base rule. Log 64 over log 2 is equals to 6.